All right, come on. All right, we are live. We're going to give it 1 minute, everybody. I just want to make sure that we are connected here on LinkedIn. All right, I'm live on social media. Rich, this is why I have to hire somebody. Let's see. I know this great technology. I just wait for that little, and come on, we are live with Richard. There we go. Low battery. Go figure that out, but that's okay.
It's okay.
All right. Let's see. Ringer's off. And we are great. As soon as StreamYard comes up, they'll be able to this great technology. They will be able to have comments come right through on LinkedIn. Gotcha. All right. Good morning, everyone. Dave Wilson, Results Staffing. And let me tell you, this guest here needs no introduction from Pittsburgh. It's at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I believe.
Got it.
Richard D. Rosner of the Sharkman Staffing. How you doing, Rich?
Hey, pretty good, buddy. Good morning.
You know, I've been waiting this is like my fourth or fifth broadcast. I wanted somebody from staffing, but they won't. Some of the staffing people won't come on my page in my area.
Dave, I don't know why. Just going to warn you, I've only had 2 cups of coffee for everybody out there. So when I get a pot in, look out.
Look out. Hey, Rich, can you, in your area, since I'm over here in your Easton, PA, and where you're at, what do you do in your industry for staffing? What type of staffing?
Pretty much, I cover light industrial, hospitality, office work. The one thing I don't work with is education and medical. But at the end of the day, if you call me up, give me your resume, I'm going to find you a job. What makes me a little bit different than other staffing firms?
The Shark.
They call me Staffing Shark because I don't sleep, Dave. I do not sleep. I work 7 days a week, and I'm on the hunt for everybody. So I'm like the Jerry Maguire. He said, show me the money, show me the job. And that's what I am. I'm your job agent. So when you come on with me, free of charge, I call the companies and say, you need to hire this person. And it works a lot of times. We don't give up till we get you a job. So that's why I came up with the Staffing Shark. Also, I love, everything else about going out for the hunt and it's fun. And plus, when I do have a beverage, I do drink Land Shark. So sharks in my blood all the time.
Sure. Well, I look at it, I was like, it's got to be the hair because I don't have any, man. Look at that, the Shark Man, the hair.
Well, I tell you what, look at my hair right now. The country needs to open back up, especially the state of Pennsylvania, or by August, my hair will be up here, Dave. It'll be so electrifying, you won't even see me on the screen.
You won't even see it. Hey, with everything going on, it's nice to smile. It's nice to be
positive energy all the time, Dave. Positive energy. I tell everybody that, I do motivational speaking, job clubs, the career links and everything like that. I tell everybody on my Instagram, call me for a 5-minute chat. I guarantee I'm going to pump you up because I love life. I love life and I love staffing. It's in my blood forever. So,
well, what do you do? Where do you get your energy from, and how do you put it out there to your even clients? And when you hire somebody on, what are some things that you do to get them all going?
I think it's just the motivation and making them positive. They come in, they lost their job, they're looking for a job. Now they got me. I'm their backdrop. I'm their head coach. They're the player. And I tell them straight up off the bat, we are a team. You know what? I'm not a recruiter. I'm your head coach, and I'm part of your workforce family. You got me for life. You know what I mean? Can't kick me out of your life. And they believe in me. And last year was a great accomplishment. Over 75 people I put to work at one facility. Not one job board posting. All referrals, Dave. All referrals.
Yeah, you were talking about that. And, a lot of people don't really understand to actually follow through with it. So what do you do? What are a couple of things that you've done for referrals that have worked?
I think the biggest thing is when I go in there and I talk to them and they get a job with me, one of the things I'm going to give a tip out. It's the free tip. Shouldn't give it out, but I'll give everything out free anymore.
Give it out.
Take a picture with that person. Back in the day, we used to do a handshake. They will take that picture. They love it. And then they post it on their Facebook. You see, you got instant advertising. Next thing is, when I give them a bonus, it's $50 to $100 after the first month. It's cash money, Dave. I give it right out of my profit because, like I tell them right off the bat, I don't want you to take tax that. You worked your butt off for that. I'm giving you a gift of cash money. And it's a win-win. They're like, wow, anywhere else I go, they tax that. Not with me, man. Everything's tax-free with me, brother.
Tax-free, all right. Hey, the reason I want to say that when you say Cash is my son's name, he's 10, is Cash. And everybody's like, why did you name like Cash is money? I'm like, yeah, Cash. So who do you write the check out to? Cash Wilson. That's it, Cash. I'm telling you, it's going to work.
That. I got to ask you, did you get that from Johnny Cash? Is that where he?
Yes. That the black. How do you think, right?
That's you, man. You're the Ring of Fire, right? The staffing Ring of Fire.
We were trying to think of a nickname. Before we go any further, I got to have you show them, before, some people stay on for a little bit, but show them what you do with the toilet paper and what you've done.
I'm big in the community. Anybody that knows me from ASA and around, I give back to everybody because I feel like I've been so blessed my whole life. And I just love to give back. So what I came up with was a project that I'm working with nonprofits in the Fayette County, Pittsburgh region, that we are giving free toilet paper out to nonprofits. And I'm dropping and delivering it off every week. There it is.
The shark.
And free advertisement here for me to actually find you a job. So, wipe away COVID-19 is what our campaign is. We've raised over 500 to 600 rolls of toilet paper. I'm trying to wipe all of Pittsburgh. So donate toilet paper. I'll pick it up. I'll put a logo on it. I'll put your name on it too. I'm trying to help people find jobs. Yeah. And also one of the most beneficial things right now is toilet paper. As we all know, Dave, it's hard to find, So
you know what it is I don't know within staffing, when you learn is that little thing about yourself. And I've listened to some people from, that have had a lot of experience, like 25, 30 years into it. And they would just do the quirkiest things or the funniest things, but people remember you that way.
Exactly. And you can't miss the neon. I have different colors too. So, when you pick up a roll, you're going to see it. Call me. It's free. I'll chat with you about finding you a job now, in the future, whatever. So it's awesome.
Hey, this morning I woke up when I was looking on LinkedIn again, and I always wonder, sometimes I want to stop doing what I'm doing. I get upset the same way as everybody else because you don't know. If I don't work, just like yourself, if I don't work, I don't get paid. But I saw again this morning, like 3 young ladies, and there was 2 gentlemen that, lost their jobs in the staffing industry. And you feel for that because I understand it. And how do you handle that? I should say, how do you handle it?
I have numerous candidates call me all the time on LinkedIn that lost their job in the staffing industry. And, definitely since we're all family, it's deep to my heart. I talk to them about motivating yourself. There's a lot of jobs. We're going to have this future of the workforce. It's going to come back. You just got to be patient. But, I try to help them out as much as I can, call a lot of my connections and see if I can find them a job. I feel bad for them. Right now, we're in that, I call it the holding tank, the job tank, where we're just holding around and waiting. So, it's just connecting with them and putting their word out there for the recruiters. I feel bad for a lot of recruiters. And once again, reach out to me. I'll do whatever I can. I'm here all the time. Till 11 o'clock at night, call me. My phone's always on me.
Well, you sound, man, everybody says, Dave, don't you sleep? And I don't, because I do this because I care. You wouldn't have that passion as a recruiter because, there's positive people, negative, and I really take it to heart. I'll go that extra mile because I think customer service going forward, if anything we've learned out of this, customer service, and I know we've talked a couple times how you take it so seriously. You follow up, you make sure you make those calls. And we talked about the new hiring process now, and I offer the video resume. And, I have my struggles trying to get people to do it. But at the end of the day, it's changing. And can you talk about what you feel about the new ways of getting an interview?
Yes, the resume, the paper resume is pretty much out the door. It's going to be face-to-face. Zoom and all these other applications there online are taking over. So, your interviews are going to be just like me and you right now. And we all have to get adapted to that. A big thing is LinkedIn. Everybody's going to have a profile on LinkedIn. I think LinkedIn's going to be the new Facebook for jobs. It's always has been for people like me and yourself. But I think the general, just a general laborer is going to be actually going to get on LinkedIn now and put a profile out.
because it's going to be I believe it's going to kind of be like your business card, because what I liked about, listen, I worked hard to get to 6 months worth of LinkedIn Live, and I really believe the power of video. And I told some guests last night that I'm going out, me and my son this morning, I'm going to be doing live videos right outside of the companies that I know are hiring, because my frustration and stress, but I understand it, is, am I going to pick up new clients right now? I don't believe I'm going to get hired on for a staffing company, but I've been helping so many listen, I'm in helping mode about content.
Exactly.
It'll come back to me, I believe, because I think when people watch videos, you can tell whether the person is, I don't want to say, where it's like honest, like he's not that salesman, that's going to give you that line. I've been there, I've done it. I just feel being so honest right now is the way to go. I don't want to lie, not lie, but you know what I mean?
True story. And I've been honest my whole life. My parents, that's how they taught me. So, I use that Eagle Scout method all the time, is like, be a leader, but be honest. I mean, that's the human connection, Dave, is the number one thing that I always preach. And now that's going to be what we're going to be using in the future. People wants to trust you first, because a lot of people lost their jobs and they feel bad that these companies just ditched them, but there's nothing else they can do. So, trust is the number one thing in the staffing industry. Trust.
And you said that's why I think we've connected, because I want to make a difference. I really do. I believe putting that content out there. I love social media. I could talk about it for hours and hours, but everybody has that passion. Like you got that energy. That's why I think we connected, because the energy is there. And I don't want to be, like you said, LinkedIn. I don't want to be depressed anymore. You know what I mean? It's just hard, because at some point we have to go into a different mode, and we don't have to talk about the COVID situation, and we're going to have to change it. I tell candidates right now, listen, let's say you've worked your way up to, let's just say supervisor, but you've been let go. You might have to go back down and take that lead position again at another company and go right back up. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. And that's the big thing that we have to educate the job seekers, is that the past is the past. You might had 30 years in, but the skill set is catching up to, you just have to, adapt, and you might have to take a pay cut, but you might have a better work-life balance. I think that's a big thing, Dave. We have to, when we discuss with these candidates, that, do you want the 40, 60 hours a week, or do you want the work-life balance, and then also the healthcare? I mean, everything comes in to play. And that's why myself, and I know you and other people in the staffing industry, we're like a consultant too. When they take that job offer, we got to consult with them and say, is this the right offer for you? Because at the end of the day, if they don't like that, our name's on the line just like theirs. And I think we have to consult with them and say, hey, think it overnight. I don't want to place anybody that's not happy. And I think we all need to get into that mode. I mean, we're all into it to put people to work, but at the end of the day, it's quality over quantity is what I want to say.
And I'm going to say it real quick, we still have a couple more minutes yet, is I'll never forget walking into a company, and I looked at the HR director, and she looked tired. And she said, Dave, I'd rather have you send me 2 good candidates than 10 just to fill it. I'll never forget her face. She was exhausted. First of all, HR directors love me, because they shouldn't be. HR should be doing, here we go. Now I'm going to get started. HR should be HR, human resources. They're very educated. I wouldn't want their job right now. Can you imagine having their job right now? Oh, hell no.
They're the bad person on the block. They're the bad person on the block right now.
Yes, and I still get scared. Well, I was scared now that I have my own company, but I don't think I have an HR department yet. But I don't care who you are, what age. When HR calls you, it's not to say, come here, Dave, you're doing a great job. But my point there is, in this area, you should see, I don't know about your area, Rich, but the HR are recruiters. That's what they do in our area.
Exactly. And I think the big thing is we have to work as a team. We have to give and take. we have to learn as much as we learn from them too. And I think that's what it is. It's going to be a teaching curve for these companies. When we go in now, we're no longer, and I hate to say sales. And one thing we talked about before is there's no temp to perm positions. They're contract to perm. Don't ever say temp ever again, people. If I ever tell you any word and not say again, it's the 4-letter word, TEMP. Don't say that. Workers don't like that name. They don't. They feel like they're, not worthy of it. I swear. I haven't said it in 5 years. I do contract. That's what it is. It's contract. You're under a contract. You complete the contract like a football player, any sports obligation. You might possibly get a full-time job.
Well, that's what and you're just like me. When I was at Johnson & Johnson, that temp word, I don't like it because I've been there. And for anybody that's not going to tell the truth, I found my last 3 jobs through temp agencies. Because if I lost my job today, which I hope not, right, for the company, but I would go to all the staffing companies, sign up to all of them. Because why not? That's their job. Let them, this is what I want. This is what I would like, because they're going to remember you. So every time the supervisors and management over there would say, we need 3 temps, no associates. I call them associates. I'd be like, no, they're associates. Well, send the temporaries home. They're not temporaries. They're workers. They have a job. Who do you work for? Results Staffing. Staffing Shark. They're your employer. So you do have a job. You're not just, you have a job. Sorry.
You're right. That's what it comes down to. And treat your employees like you want to be treated yourself. One thing else, I have about probably 6 times a year, I have snacks. I throw a Christmas party on me. They come in, they have food. They can bring their spouse, their kids. We do Santa Claus, charity events. That's what makes things go. Staffing is all about the community. If you tap into all the nonprofits and everybody around you resource-wise, you will be a $1 billion recruiter is what I want to call it. It is. It's truly a true story. You don't have to get up there and dial every day. We've all done it. 90% of the time it doesn't work. You got to connect with people. And from my experience, you got to connect.
It is. And I can't tell, like you said, LinkedIn, and we'll end the show, but LinkedIn, it's the way to go now. And everybody says, oh, Dave, what are you giving up on Facebook and all that? I'm like, no, but right now, LinkedIn's the place to be because your organic reach, you're reaching out to other candidates. Look, would I have talked to you prior to all this? No, we probably never would have crossed paths.
Never. And I don't think if I seen you out, I would talk to you either. And I'm just joking.
No, I know, right? Yeah.
I've been giving you a fifth pump. You know that.
Well, you know what I want? I get it why I can't get anybody from staffing to come on the show, because they work for the staffing companies. And I'm like, they're like, Dave, you're crazy. And I'm like, listen, I know you want to say something, but you can't. And I understand that. I really do. I've worked for some great recruiters, and I wish some people could see what they go through.
Exactly.
It's you have to care, because that phone rings 20, 30 times. I'm always like, how? And
we have the good with the bad. And we've talked about that before. And that could be another segment of, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. We have a smiley face, but there's people that are upset at times of just want to rant, and we got to be have our smiley face on and just be positive. So
that's it. One more last question. What do you see happening in your area, Rich? Like I'm not familiar with your area, but a month from now, or if you could predict 2 months from now, what do you see in your industry happening?
I think the big in the Pittsburgh area is we're big on manufacturing, light industrial with the Ohio River. It runs into the Mississippi. So I think the manufacturing coming back and construction right now, it's coming back a little bit. I think we're going to have a boom for jobs. I feel like it's going to come back 100% more, and we might be in the same position we were 3 months ago. Lack of workers, so, let's sharpen your skills right now. Let's get you pre-sourced right there to a company, because the companies that I deal with and work with and talk with right now, they want a group of people and like an army ready to go when the green light goes on. It's going to be a gradual thing, Dave, but I think when the manufacturers, when they hit the button and say, let's go back to work, they're going to need 60 to 70 people for 3 shifts right now.
I thought peak season. Everybody knows me in this area. Peak, I love peak. Peak season to me is I don't sleep now, but the adrenaline, because if they need 500 people, I'm going for it, man. With videos and social media, 500, I'll take it. Come on. Then you get that. But this here has got to be, oh, wow, peak on steroids.
The 2020 vision that we thought we had, it's a little bit of a foggy vision of what we thought we were going to have.
It is. So, but Rich, how does somebody get a hold of you? I do have contacts here, I know, on LinkedIn in your area. How do they get a hold of you if they're looking?
The easiest ways to get a hold of me is just text me or call me. Everybody texts anymore. You can text me anytime, 724-880-6760, or you can email me. You see the email at the bottom. Or you can reach me out on Instagram, Facebook, pretty much everywhere. Just Staffing Sharp. Can't forget it.
No, I don't think I'm ever going to miss that, the Staffing Sharp. But I appreciate your time, and we'll catch up again next week and do another segment. We'll try to.
I got one special thing I want to show you, Dave, before I get.
Right.
1 second. Hold on 1 minute.
All right. I know what it's going to be. You watch. I'm just predicting it's going to be a shark. Watch. I'm just having an idea.
I want you guys to remember.
I knew it.
Staffing Shark is always having fun, and we're going to get you a job.
I love it. Thank you.
Hey,
That's
what I'm about, having fun. And you can feel the electricity and everything like that. So as much as we laugh and joke, give us a call. Give myself a call, or my new compadre Dave here, and we'll get you to work. I guarantee it. We're gonna bust our ass to try to find you a job.
That's right. All right. Thank you, everybody. And again, I'm going to bring Rich back on next week. This is going to be a lot of fun, a great relationship. So I want to thank you for your time this morning.
Thanks a lot, Dave. I appreciate it. Anytime, buddy. I'm always here.
All right. Stay right on here. We're going to end the broadcast. Here we go. Now, let's make sure we're in so we know.